It's Amy Pearson from beingamytheblog.com, and I just wanted to offer a little update from my video that I created yesterday called Be Careful What You Ask For. In my video yesterday, I talked about um, just asking the universe for more peace in my life. And what happened was the universe decided I wasn't quite ready for that. I didn't have the container to hold all that. And so I got fired with a lot of drama and chaos, the opposite of peace, over the weekend. And had a lot of revelations based on my experience. And I kind of went over all of those yesterday. And one of the things that happened was that I decided to send out an email when I wasn't regulated. So my nerves were not regulated. So I sent that email from a place of what David Hawkins would describe as force, because I sent it out from lower emotional vibrations. I was vibrating with anxiety and fear and some anger. And I had talked about that. I actually became aware of the importance of setting intentions. And my intention today is to hopefully help you and just help you hear something that helps you raise your vibration as well. And so just wanted to set that intention. And so, yeah, I didn't set an intention, a powerful intention when I did that. And I learned something about the power of setting intentions and getting into the right emotional frame before taking action. And so I had said that I wasn't sure what the repercussions would be. Well, last night I received an email from a parent, because one of the things I did was I sent my email out to the parents, and I received an email from a parent with some counterpoint. And she raised some ideas that were different from what I had raised, and this went out to the parents as well. And at first, when I read the email that she had sent in response to my email, I wanted to go into shame. Oh my gosh, this is everybody's seeing this. She's pointing out these ways that I am being insensitive. She's shaming me. But what was interesting when I read the email is that I wanted to go into shame, but I've been doing so much integration work. I've been doing so much shadow work. I've done so much forgiving of my dark side that I am really in acceptance with myself, and really in this energy of being able to allow myself to make mistakes without making that mean, terrible things about my personality. So it was interesting to read the email, because at first I did want to go into shame, but it didn't take that long for me to really just read the email through and appreciate the points that she was bringing up. And what happened was I felt myself getting pulled out of polarity, because the email that I had sent was really in this really, I had a very strong opinion on one side about my kids and whether or not they should be able to talk at lunch. And I still hold the same opinion that I think they should be able to talk at lunch. But reading through her points that were counter to mine, what it did was, and I think she did a really good job of being, professional and neutral in her response. She wasn't being a finger pointer. She wasn't being mean. She was just sharing her counterpoints. And so what happened was I felt myself getting pulled out of polarity and into this place of neutrality, where I was more able to see her side. And there were some points that she brought up that actually brought me to a place of compassion and understanding. One of the things that happened after I read her email was that I realized that I had been seeing the teachers in this antagonistic way, as if somehow they were against my kids or against me. And when I sit and really sit with that, I know that that's not true. I know that they're really going through a lot too, and they're working really hard to create what they, create an environment that is safe, but also that will facilitate the kids coming back. And I know they're doing the best they can, but I think when I was in that space of polarity, it was harder for me to see that. So the email that was sent last night, um, it helped me to kind of pull me out of that polarity and get me into a space where I was able to see some things that I wasn't able to see before. And so I wanted to give an update because it was really interesting for me to notice that the first thing I wanted to do was go into shame and, you know, um, defend myself or whatever. But it didn't take long for that to go away and for me to start to get into this more neutral space where I was able to read through her responses and allow that to help me see things differently. And so I thought that was kind of cool. The other thing, because I had asked for peace and the universe decided I didn't quite have the container for that yet. Another thing that happened last night was that there was another meltdown in my household. One of my children had a meltdown, and it was very, very intense, and it kind of broke my heart. And I really, it was an interesting experience because I really had to work on being in a space of peace as a mother experiencing my child having a meltdown. And that was really, really difficult. And I'm still feeling emotional or maybe just a little bit, I guess, tired, like drained, I guess is the right word from that. And so that was another thing that came at me, I think, to help me to prepare myself to hold a container for true peace. So I'm still working on it, and I have asked the universe to slow down a little. I think maybe I asked for this, and the universe was like, "Let's do it then." And I think I need to slow down a little because this is all very intense, and I'm hoping that I'm preparing to be more of a container to hold peace, because this is intense, and I want to have a little bit of a rest. So that's the update. I've asked the universe to slow down a little, but I'm also really appreciative of everything that I've been learning up to this point. I mean, these lessons just keep coming and coming at me, and I am humbled by it all. And I just thought I would share my process because I just wanted to remind all of us that, things are difficult right now for so many of us. And it can get really easy to fall into despair. But just remember that these difficult situations that we're being presented with, they're happening for us. Ultimately, they're happening for us. And so if you can be open to the lessons that are coming along with those difficult situations and circumstances, there is a gift in each one of them. And you can ask the universe to slow it down a little bit. That's what I'm doing. So I just wanted to send love and compassion your way. Please send me some love and compassion as well, because it has been a rough week. And I know that it's all happening for me, but I'm going to take extra good care of myself and extra good care of my loved ones and just send you so much love and light. So that's the update. This is Amy Pearson from beingamytheblog.com. If you're not quite sure what the heck I'm talking about, watch the first video that I created called Be Careful What You Ask For. This is the part 2 update. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a subscribe if you found this content helpful. And I wish you much peace in your world, and take care of yourself.